Happy Tuesday. Hey, square pegs in the house. Woohoo. All right. I'm going to read through the topics that we're going to do today. But first, a couple of messages. I wanted to say thank you to Curious Barb and Bertina for sending me something on my wish list. They knew I wasn't feeling well, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for all of your concerns. You know I have an autoimmune issue and low blood sugar, and I have to take better care of myself and watch my surroundings. Completely change my diet. Yes, I'm already gluten-free. I wasn't a couple months ago, but I am now. All right, so I just wanted to say thank you for all your well wishes. Thanks for hanging with me. We have a plan. It's different. I know it's going to work, okay? Because the other is totally unacceptable. All right, and I'm sticking to it. I also wanted to send healing energies out to my dear friend Deborah P. and Helene, my protest buddy. I'm so sorry that you and some of your friends have been so sick with sinus infections and congestion and had to go to the urgent care. So love and support to you, and healing prayers sent. All right. Now let's go to, I'll do card of the day in a second. We're going to ask about significant about the dates of July 3rd through 5th. The future of Keir Starmer. We'll come back to the senators because they just approved the ballroom and I almost fell off my chair. Trump is going to the dentist at Walter Reed, so I don't think that he's doing well. He's already had dentist appointments, and there's a dental place inside that can actually do root canals inside of the White House. So that makes no sense. And he went to his other dentist in Palm Beach. So we're going to take a look at his health. Many of the our class participants in psychic development have come up with that he's not well right now. We already know that he's in a decline that he cannot recover from, but they're saying his demise is soon. So we'll ask about the China trip. Why is Musk is going? There are about 30 top CEOs, Visa, MasterCard, BlackRock. God, I can't even think of all of them. I'm like, of course, the credit card's in there. Musk is going. He was at the bottom of the list from Tesla, but you might want to look at. I mean, it's incredible. So they're all going to cut deals. That's you know. I was told to ask first what our guides and angels wanted us to know, and then at the end I'll ask what they want us to focus on, because we have to focus on our health. So many of you have been sick and dealing with your own health issues, and I want you to know that you're all in my prayers, okay? And then China trip, Hantavirus. We're going to do an in-depth dive into the earthquakes, San Andreas Fault, Cascadia Subduction Zone, because there was a small earthquake in the wrong place that could have some problems. And you know, Tom T. Moore was predicting some stuff, but I hope he's completely off, but he may have been off on the escalation of the amount of earthquakes, because I mean, this part of South California has had swarms before. We're going to look at Kamala Harris has ordered an election autopsy. Now, I think we're on our way. So I'm going to hold to the truth. I've got my pink on, pink brigade. Okay, we stay healthy when we wear pink. We're not letting go of the pink, or our garnet, or our rose quartz, or any of the others. Okay, watermelon tourmaline. Sorry, I love crystals. All right, Kamala Harris and election numbers, and then a question that Mystery Achiever brought up about Nithya Raman is running for mayor, LA City Council member. So we're going to ask that towards the end. So let's get right to it. First, I was told, card of the day. Listen, this is about the lawmakers. It's mostly I got this morning. This is about our own health. And we just have to be, extremely careful, all of us. So we'll just be cognizant of what you're putting in your mouth. Be cognizant of who you're around, where you're going, what you're listening to. Choose your battles. Just back off of the news. Okay. All right. But this was about our health this morning. That just rang true to me. Okay. All right, guides and angels. What do our guides want us to know most? Starting off with this. We usually leave ourselves to the last, and we're putting ourselves first. About an hour ago, about 2 hours ago, I had this feeling of dread. It just came from out of nowhere. Okay. It only lasted like half an hour, but it was long enough to be disconcerting. I had to really shake myself off with gratitude and all kinds of self-talk. Happy for my new plan with my doctor. Oop. Okay. So the Fool card popped out. So that means it's important to adventure. Follow your intuition, because the Fool always follows his intuition. Dance to your own beat of your own drum. Adventure, but also know when not to take risks. Look both ways before you go across the street. All that kind of stuff. Trump drove over the reflecting pool concrete and almost fell off my chain. Who let him do that? What? Do you know how oh God. Okay, start. New starts, hope for the future, keep your optimism. Free to roam, free to adventure. I'm not even going to do a spread, because I'm just going to take those two cards that came out. Fool and Star. Hope for the future. Now, you may think that looks like Pollyanna, but it isn't, So you just have to watch where your focus is, because wherever your focus is, grows. All right, on to the next question. All right, Sonia asked, this is a deep one. I hope I can figure this out. What is significant? What significant events or energy is around the dates of July 3rd through the 5th in 2026? Okay, this can be new ideas, but it can also be acts of aggression, and it may affect the happiness or safety feelings of families. All right. There's going to be protests. So I need Helene to stay healthy too. Okay, things that fly through the air. So there's going to be an ATTACK or ATTEMT. Worldly events. This could be, I hope I'm wrong, but it could be a false flag issue. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe it's an offer that comes quickly, and hopefully the aggression is done. Let's see what's on the bottom. Beware of a false offer from Russia as well. All right. So why are we are happy? I mean, there's definite adversity here, things that we already knew that were probably going to happen. But we're okay here. Well, how do we feel about that? How will you and I feel about this active events during that time? Things that take place in a building or a specific building, specific area, container. Do I have any water things there? Could that be a ship? No. So it's a specific area or building. All right, so we'll revisit this. And I wanted to thank you, Rose Blue, for sending me soup. I'll send you something on Amazon. She texted me, want me to send you some soup? And I'm like, yeah. Just so ridiculous. Okay. Sorry. I just had to tell you that story. Okay. Is this significant event that happens July 3rd through the 5th? Is it something that makes us happy or sad? I have a lot of questions here, you guys. Thank you, Square Peg. I'm just going to go with that. I won't do a whole spread. I don't think it's happiness. This is some sort of aggressive thing. Okay. Tower's right behind it. So we'll just go with that. All right. Lilith asks, well, we'll leave Keir Starmer till the end because I think that's where he's going. All right, let's look at Trump's health. He's getting ready to load up with the Musketeers. All right. Is he going to make the trip to China? How does his health hold out on his trip to China or before the trip to China? Looks like he's going to me. Looks like he's right on schedule. All right. There is an issue. Okay. He's going to have a stomach problem. Stomach or bowel. Duh. Okay. Because this is that area of our solar plexus where we tend to hold on to things, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. There are health changes that take course here, and he's going to have to do the right thing. They may have to change their schedule a little bit. Will he be able to stay in China? Will he be able to stay in China for the duration? Will Trump successfully be able to stay in China for the duration of the talks? He must have had liquid IV last night even, or some sniffy stuff, because he was posted 50 times about Obama and just some terrible, horrific things. Thank you. I think that says, I can't read it. It might. DG, thank you anyway. Thank you. I'm sorry. I had to get rid of that other laptop, which helped me see more clearly. No, he's not able to make it through the whole thing here. Something doesn't mix well. Unsteadiness, too much. So I'm going to say no. He's not able to make it through the whole thing. I think that's Diane. Thank you. Okay. Pardon me. This last time, well, it's so ever since I got those COVID shots and the boosters, the autoimmune thing has just been tough. But it's like each time I get sick, when I'm trying to recover, my eyesight isn't as good. So hopefully we'll be able to fix that too. Or boost, give it a boost. I need a boosty boost. You guys send me some good boosts. Okay. So is he going to his health for the next 7 days? I'm just trying to figure something out here. Trump's health. Donald John Trump's health for the next 7 days. Does he stand successfully among the vertical? There's we know there's a family, a DNA thing that comes down through, we got the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, DNA thing that comes down through heritage, father, heart, circulatory system. We already know that's. He has some, one of his doctors is female. Who's trying to, he's completely out of balance. And more consultations. So appointments and consultations this week. But he's still vertical. But he has some problems here. He knows he knows his body isn't getting enough of something, but they're even trying some natural medicine or Ayurvedic. That word is Ayurvedic. Did I say that right? All right. So Trump's health, Donald John Trump's health through the end of May. It's May 31st. We already know the answer. So it goes down. Trump's health through the end of May. Through the end of May. Does he successfully maintain office or no? Does he go horizontal? He may be enticed towards the light. He does not have all the energy that he needs. It isn't good. He's beginning to lose faith. He feels trapped in the body and the situation that he has. By the time we get to the end of May, he's already had some events here. And now he's saying, all right, I'll do what I'm supposed to do. And then they try to work on everything. Something happens specifically when he gets off the phone with Putin. So when he has the day that he has another call with Putin, there's going to be a problem that day. Okay. There's a new medicine, a hope, a invasive procedure, and he will not be, his mind is clouded over. So there's a big problem with his ability to comprehend, or his confusion is worse, and they don't know what to do. So it doesn't look like he's able to keep his commitments, because the 7 of Cups is inability to honor your commitments. Okay, because this is like when you're dating someone and they're just dating you until they think somebody better comes around the corner or something like that. So they can't make a commitment to what's in front of them. So I'm going to say no, he can't. Okay. All right. So that's some news right there. All right. Musk is reported to be going, Myrna asks, Musk is reported to going with Trump's escort to China. How will that go? And then there are several other executives that are going, like I said, CEOs, many companies. There's got to be 20 of them. Some I had not heard of. Meta is one. Visa, MasterCard, BlackRock. I already said those. How will the trip go? Will it be seen as a business success? Will it be seen as a win for the United States? Will it be seen as a win for the United States? Try not to take out credit cards, you guys. And remember that you can email companies directly for their manufacturer coupons. And sometimes they're very generous and send you a whole bunch. They did for me. Okay. Like Amy's, I love, a lot of Amy's soups and dishes and stuff that are gluten-free. And at the time, anyway, I got a whole bunch from them. They were very, very kind. Okay. It does not look successful from this standpoint at the beginning. They're not seeing the reality of the situation. They're going with some expectations. Temperance is needed. That means the balance isn't there. Remember, when the temperance card comes up, it means people need to work or strive towards harmony or bring balance. Another card of balance and just, trying to get up the mountain and not having, they weren't prepared for something. They're doing all right, but they could have been more prepared. But this could be Trump's imbalance as well. Yeah, Trump has a problem. They're both going to try to pull it, an ace out of their sleeve, rabbit out of their head. It will not be seen as a big success. Now, they could come home touting that it's a big success, but it isn't. Okay. And it's, like when they allowed Russia to go through the back door of our the White House and the security systems and everything, and then we sold chips to the Sheikh of, his name was Shy something. Anyway, so, and then something that can spy on us, something that can spy on them, or we're bugged, they're bugged, somebody's bugged. They're all bugs to me. Cockroaches. Okay. No. Nope. It will not be. They may get a couple of things here, and they can come home saying all they want, but you've seen it here with me. It is not a success. It does not go as planned. They were not as prepared. They just thought that they just didn't see everything. Okay. They didn't have their ducks in a row. This means no. This is an outcome means no. Some nasty words. Some fire spitting. All right. Great question. All right. On to the Hantavirus. Amanda wants to know, will we be safe from the Hantavirus? So let's see. Will the United States citizens, you and I, will we be safe? Does it spread fast? Is this a really bad situation for the citizens of the United States, or will we be okay? One scientist I saw this morning said that there are several that are being arrogant, and she feels that it's spread a little bit more easily than what they're saying. Of course, we know they're lying about something. They don't want you to panic. We're okay. United States citizens be okay, or is this a bad situation with this hantavirus for us? We're being handed some information that's not so great. So there's already been loss, right? Right. Our worry and fears, our worst fears and worries will not suddenly materialize in front of our eyes. They're working on it. Whoever's left working in that department is working on it. Oh my God. You just have to keep saying prayers and stay positive. All right. It does cause a problem. It causes a ruckus. People are going to fight over this. You're going to see scientists fight over it. There's going to be opposing viewpoints. There's going to be opposing studies, opposing messages. But there's hope for the future. All right, I think we're good, because the Knight of Pentacles is the safe knight. He's the only knight whose horse's hooves are both firmly planted in the ground in a place of safety, readiness, grounded. And so But this takes a little bit, but there's going to be a real ruckus before we go to the safe part. Okay, so there's going to probably be some other people with some travel, water, planes, I'm not sure. And so now we're just going to take another check. How else can I ask this? Will this, to what degree or level will the negative aspects of this hantavirus be? To what degree or level will the negative effects of the hantavirus be on United States citizens? All right, so this is not only, well, there's loss, of course, but there are, unfortunately, I think this could be a little person. But I think that there are just changes to our destinations, just some changes. All right. We too were not prepared. July through September. Water. Working together. We're okay. So please know that there's just going to be a lot of back and forth, a lot of infighting, but we're going to be fine. Okay. The challenge is to get it to end, but we will get it to end. Okay. All right. There you go. It's still, everybody has to be careful. We're good. We're smart. I'm not smart around my grandchildren sometimes, but I'm going to be. I blame it on their cousins, honestly. If they would just quit hanging out with them. Just quit hanging out with their cousins. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the earthquake question. I feel like I missed something important. We'll go back over the list. All right, Jason. Okay. Now, I just got back from California, LA. I was with Mr. Achiever. We were gallivanting. That was a Mr. Toad's wild ride. Okay. So much fun. And my family was just so sweet. All right. They're in LA too. So Jason is asking about earthquakes in California, about major earthquakes in California. There has been a swarm. And then there's been I don't know, on May 8th, there was this, no one's talking about it because it was small, but it's where it took place that is a bit alarming. Okay. So he's asking about the entirety of California. All right, we'll do this in two questions. The entirety of California, the Cascadia Subduction Zone. Will there be any? Now I'm going to ask through July. Okay. Through June. Let's just do June and then we'll revisit it. And then Jason, repost your question if you would, when we get towards the end of June. All right, guides and angels, please help us know, to help us be informed if there's going to be any major earthquakes in anywhere in California or in the Cascadia Subduction Zone. Yes or no, please. what happens in those zones or in that state? Will there be a bad earthquake that makes changes? All right, so that's the card of Gemini. So May, June, right? That's where we're at. There has already something that's happened that makes people not feel safe. There could be an issue. Watch for cracks in detailed cracks in roads, right? Because the chariot is our car. And so watch for highway or road, anything that upsets a roadway. There will be some sort of warning here. There's a female seismologist that's working on this. I mean, they're tracking it, you know. This tends to be smaller. This would indicate water. There's a good team here. Team. Aggressive action. But that's in our hopes and fears. So that's not really a place of action. That's what we hope that doesn't happen, and we fear that it might. Okay. So I think there's information coming out, but people are not going to listen. I think that's one of the biggest things that's happening. But I'm not seeing this yet through June, okay? May, June. People could feel afeared. What is that? The road. Watch for the roads to be impacted. Something happens. Okay, with that. Okay, let's take a look at the San Andreas fault line. Will there be a major earthquake? Does anything bad happen on the San Andreas that affects the San Andreas fault line? How's the San Andreas fault line? Is it stable or not? That's a better way to ask it. Guides and angels. San Andreas fault line. And Jason, if you want me to word the question differently, you can. I'll be live Friday again. I might go live earlier Friday. It might be around noon, but I'll post on the community page, which isn't the community page. It's just the post page anymore. But all right. Okay, so I'm going to say that the San Andreas fault is going to have movement because this is something balancing or rebalancing itself or going up and down. Now, you'll have to follow the people that follow this closely because they probably are not going to report this in the in our crappy media. So you have to go to the good media, the independent media. Does the San Andreas fault line go through a big city or where there's a big capital building or a structure or a monument? Can you let me know in the comments below? Okay, here's some action. So These cards are different. Now, so this is in an active position here instead of in our hopes or fears. And then the earth needs to adjust itself, especially after all the fracking that they do. I'm going to say that there will be action in the San Andreas Fault. Line, I asked by the end of June. That was my intention. Maybe I need to clarify that. But there could be some misleading evidence around that. And then watch for that to happen around a new or full moon or eclipse. Wait, you don't have an eclipse by the end of June, right? Okay. Okay. But they're working on it. This, this isn't awful. So I'll just ask this a different way. Do Californians need to be aware that a big earthquake is coming soon? Will there be a big earthquake in the near future that will affect people living in California? This is like me trying to read on hurricanes. Ooh, ooh. Now, there could be some sort of storm that changes a roadway. Remember, let's go back to that. An area that probably will get affected is where it was thought would be affected. There will be a big earthquake in another part of the world before California. I mean, but there will be some guidelines, and seismologists and scientists will be talking about it, so just stay aware. I'm more concerned about another place in the world than I am. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Okay. All right, Kamala Harris. First, will we get news? Please, guides and angels, please help us. Give us some hope for all the dreams that I had. Will we get news soon? Will there be evidence? Will there be a hearing or evidence revealed that the 2024 election had false numbers manipulated by Musk and Trump? Well, that was us. It is us. Was us. Oh, and Pood had a hand in this too. There is something coming to government awareness with this. Government is aware of this. And of course, Trump knows this. It may come out after he goes. That's my guess. Because with the ending, there's a beginning dealing with him. All right, but let me be sure. All right, so let's just see. Will Kamala Harris rise to even more prominent position soon? Will Kamala Harris rise to an even more prominent position soon? And I think Obama's trying to save us. And I think Trump got wind of Obama's meeting with Carney in Canada, and he can, and he's smelling it. He's fear. He's full of fear. Well, that's the way she felt. Nobody knows. She hangs in there. She was dealt a blow by the bully. Fighting. Standing still for a little bit, but she's not. She was told to stand still. But her legs are not tied, so she is a Libra. And the lady, the princess, there's a long story there, in the Eight of Swords becomes the queen after she's been stripped and bullied here. Someone's going to help her. They're going to join forces. And then you are going to see her launch. There's our Libra card, and there is justice. She will make a legal approach to this, but this is a obfuscation, cover up, lies, but she's gonna come after them. She is going to come after them. We're not quite there yet, unfortunately. All right. That was that. Can't even see the time. Oh, we're doing good. Okay. Future for Keir Starmer. Lilith asked. Future for Keir Starmer. Will he successfully hold on to his seat as Prime Minister in the United Kingdom or not? Oh, he's trying to make some concessions. It doesn't look good. I'm glad that Kamala Harris is going to come out fighting. She's got a battle coming up, and it's a battle of lies. But she knows this, and she's at least she's going to do something about it. So let's just send prayers for her, and Reiki and healing energy. I think he's in trouble. They might let him stay, but I think he's in trouble. They may strip his power or... Oh, there goes Zinni. Zinni almost left this earth Thursday. Yep. Zinni, I'm talking about you. Zin. She made it through. All right. So, I think he's in trouble. Okay. This usually means there's a cut, a change, a slice, something. But then there's, the devil doesn't make changes very easily. All right, and then let's see. All right, let's do mystery to yours question. LA City Council member Nithya Raman is running for mayor. If elected, would she be an effective mayor for the average person's issue for her constituents? Nithya Raman. They should name a soup after her. she's smart. She's clever. I think she's achieved a lot on her own efforts and hard work. She didn't go to parties when she could have. She studied or did as best she could. There's a problem with her, either her family, or she needs to do something better for families. She's very self-reliant because I don't think her family was there for her. Well, I mean, make no mistake about it, this would be a step up for her, but then she's looking to see, oh, thank you, Bing. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. She's looking, to go to the next. Ooh, well, you got to make some deals somewhere, right? I don't think so. I think she's out for herself. So that's a big no. All right. How are we on time? All right. I want to ask about EK Friday. Oh, I wanted to let you know the tarot class for June 10th is on. Email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail. It's the last one for the year. I already have, I don't know, 12 people so far. So we need another good 12. Round it off. Okay. So it's just email me and I'll send you all the information. Right. All right. Because I think there's some CK news coming out. Thanks so much for the well wishes and that super chat. Okay. What do our guides and angels want us to focus on? This is a different question. What do they want us to focus on? Guides and angels. It's my happy fat John Travolta. I can eat anything I want. It's my birthday card. They want you to be happy. They want you to eat well. They don't want you to overdo it in any area. Balance is key. When this card comes up, say, enjoy yourself, eat well, drink responsibly. Just don't overindulge in any habit that you know you're challenged in, okay? And don't turn to your habit because you have lost hope. The challenge is to remain hopeful and to believe in forces unseen because of the Kabbalah and the stained glass window. All right, believe in forces unseen because there's opportunity coming for change, and we have to remain focused. You're not stuck. You can go outside. You can go on adventures. Remember the earlier reading, the Fool card and the Star card? You're free to roam. All right. So watch your anger, watch your temper. No knee-jerk reactions. Steady Eddie to the rescue. That's my Freddie Todd card. Okay. Well, that's Patricia Freddie. Patricia Todd's card. Okay, for Freddie. Sorry. Okay. Stock your pantry. Safety. But you don't have to be greedy. It's important to help others in need, so you can spend some, save some, give some. Don't ignore the people who need a little assistance. And I know you would never do that because we're all light workers here. They want you to focus on activity. So this is very important. So walking, exercising, in your house, outside your house, but stretching. You must get outside. You have to be outside where things are alive in order to be a conduit to hear your God voice, to strengthen your psychic spidey senses. All right, make sure you're connecting with friends and loved ones. Okay, focus on the weather. All right, you do need to focus on the weather. Oh my God. Okay. What a card to get at the end. All right, redo. All right. But the good part of this is watch the facade of the tower crumble. So it's like I was gonna fold, and they're like, no. This is watch the people who have built the false tower, who think they're better than us, come falling down. Okay, so get your healthy pop. I can't have any popcorn because popcorn's bad. Corn's bad. Make some sort of healthy snack, and get ready to watch the tower crumble. It's going to happen. But until then, get outside and play. But apparently, somewhere here soon, we're going to watch some people fall. Okay, in high places or false structures. Some of those, if you didn't get a chance to watch Rachel Maddow and you want to uplift a boot, watch her program from last night. Very uplifting. We are winning. It may not seem like it, but we are winning. Keep protesting. Don't worry. You don't have to stand right next to somebody. You can always wear a mask, right? And you're much safer outdoors because of the wind. So I'm certainly not going to stop protesting, but that doesn't mean I can stand right next to anybody. I can be at the very end of the line, right? And then when someone else comes, I can go around them. I have to be immensely careful. All right. So the people that built false towers, so it's twofold. Watch the weather, watch the storms, and then get ready because, you and I have safety, but other people are going to. False buildings come down. All right. Much love to you. I will see you Friday. I might go on at noon Eastern because of a health thing that I'm starting. So I might be switching over to noon on both Tuesdays and Fridays because earlier in the day will not interfere with, because it just won't. I might be switching to 12 minutes. Okay. Love you guys. And thanks Square Peg and everybody else that helped out in the super chats. It means so much. All right. Take good care. Don't let your spirits sink because there's some good news coming. Okay. I promise.